Welcome to Prominent Biology classes. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Biotechnology and its application. In this chapter we will cover 4 topics: biotechnological applications in agriculture, biotechnological applications in medicine, transgenic animals and ethical issues. Let's start with the first topic, the biotechnological application in agriculture. One of the applications of biotechnology in agriculture is the production of pest-resistant plant, and this pest-resistant plant is produced by using Bt gene and by RNA interference. So first we start with the Bt gene. Bt gene is a Bt toxin gene that is obtained from the Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria. So the B and T is taken here from here. This gene is known as cry gene. The Bt gene is known as cry gene and it is written in italic. It produces the protein that is known as cry protein. So if it is written in italic, it is about the gene, and simply it is a protein. So this gene, Bt toxin gene or cry gene, is cloned in bacteria and it is expressed in plants. That means the ultimate result of this is the gene produces the protein. So when the gene produces protein, it is known as this gene is expressed. So this gene is cloned in Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria and it is expressed, means the protein is formed in plant. This gene is cloned here and then it is introduced into the plant, and in plant this gene produces the protein, which is a toxic protein, and it is toxic for insects. So let's see how this gene is produced in plants. Bt gene produces insecticidal protein which can kill certain insects. It is not harmful for all insects. Like in Lepidopteran, it is harmful for tobacco budworm, armyworm. For Coleopteran, it is harmful for beetle, and in Diapteran, it is harmful for mosquitoes and fleas. We can make the insect resistant crop by introducing this gene in crop, and the crop is known as Bt crop, like Bt cotton, Bt corn, tomato, potatoes, soybean. These are the Bt crops. So by taking Bt cotton as an example, we can see the function of this gene in plant. Let's see the function of Bt gene in Bt cotton plant. This Bt gene is introduced in Bt cotton plant where it is expressed in the form of protein, but this protein is in a crystal form. This protein is solubilized only in alkaline environment. So when the insect or the larvae of the insect feed on this cotton plant, this protein is ingested by that insect or its larvae, and this protein, it goes to the gut region of the insect. The insect ingests this crystal protein, and in gut region the environment is alkaline, so it is solubilized. This protein is solubilized and binds to this epithelial layer, and in epithelial layer it forms a pore. It dissolves the wall and forming a pore. So due to endoosmosis, the cell swells and bursts. So in this way the insect dies. So by using this Bt gene, we can make the bioinsecticide. Another technique to make the plant pest resistant is the RNA interference, which is known as RNAi or gene silencing. Scientists use this technique to protect the tobacco plant from this parasite nematode Meloidogyne incognitia. This is actually roundworm. They infect the roots of this tobacco plant and cause the disease root knot. Suppose this is the tobacco plant and these are the roots of tobacco plant. So this Meloidogyne incognitia forms the knot-like structure in its root, and due to this knot the water and mineral absorption decreases, and that ultimately decreases the yield. The crop production is also decreases. So let's see what are the actual process that is going on in nematodes and how it affect the the tobacco plants. Suppose this is nematode. And in nematode, this is the DNA of nematode, which after transcription form messenger RNA, and this messenger RNA after translation form the protein. This protein is very important for the growth of this nematode. This is very essential. This nematode will infect the tobacco plant. Suppose this is the tobacco plant cell. So scientists cut this DNA and introduce this DNA in tobacco plant. This is the nematode's DNA, which is introduced in the plant cell. By using some factor, they separate these strands. Both the strands of DNA is separated. This is the template strand and this is non-template strands. Generally the template strand can transcribe, but here in this case both the strand can transcribe. So after transcription they form messenger RNA, both the sense messenger RNA and anti-sense messenger RNA. So this is the sense messenger RNA. This is the anti-sense messenger RNA. Both the messenger RNA are complementary to each other, so they form double-stranded RNA. RNA, right? So this eukaryotic cell has dicer protein. This is actually ribonuclease. It is endonuclease. So it can cut this double-stranded RNA into pieces like this. So these are the pieces of double-stranded RNA. When this nematode they infect this tobacco plant, these double-stranded RNA it goes inside the body of the nematode, and here this nematode has a complex that these are the double-stranded RNA. This nematode has a RISC complex, RNA induced silencing complex. This RISC it can unzip this double-stranded RNA. That means it cleaved this double-stranded RNA, and this RNA is formed from this nematode DNA. So the antisense RNA is complementary to the sense messenger RNA of nematode. So this antisense RNA it goes and binds with this sense messenger RNA of nematode, and in this way this messenger RNA it becomes double-stranded messenger RNA. And as soon as the RNA becomes double-stranded, the translation stops, and the translation stops, that means there is no protein formation. So this protein is not formed. So eventually this nematode dies. So no translation and no protein formation. This is the result of RNA interference. We just interfere the normal functioning of RNA. No protein formation. Just hinder the translation process. So in this way we can produce the pest resistant plant In the next video, we will see the biotechnological applications in medicine. Thank you.